Hey Rosebeers, Janie Finlay here with my gorgeous mate Suze. It's been a bit of a crazy day. I don't know how everyone else is feeling. I think after time we're sort of settling into this and then getting unsettled all over again. And I love having chats with Suze. We catch up from time to time. And one of the things I really valued in our conversations is understanding a little bit more about this language, MYTERN. So Suze, I was wondering if you could just share some of that, and because maybe it can be helpful for people right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So MYTERN, it's my and TERN, which stands for Take Emotional Responsibility Now. So is it okay if I'm looking at you? Yep.
It's okay if you look at me. It's actually funny.
Do you want me to look at the camera?
Well, you know, one of the things that I love about it today has been, I've just been all over the place today. And looking back at these videos when I've been making them, I'm on my computer and I'm just working through the technology as we go. And if I look at you on the screen, my eyes are down and the camera's actually up there. But if I look up there, I'm not looking at you while you're speaking. It sounds really weird. It's a bit like when you do a media interview and they say just hold one eye line and you're not looking at the person that's asking a question. So for anyone that's new to this tech, we're just making it up as we go along, right?
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
TERN, what does that stand for?
So it stands for Take Emotional Responsibility Now. So, and basically, so Dr. Jane Foster created this language, and I was fortunate enough to meet her 5 years ago now. And we've done a bit of work in schools across Tasmania over that last 5 years. But basically what it does, it encourages people to move away from blame and judgment into a space of empathy and compassion. So you'd have to, you know, that's probably what you're picking up on, the fact that this is something that we really need when circumstances are beyond our control. Because, you know, it's the old, we can't always control what's happening in the world around us, but we can control how we respond. So
yeah, great.
Yeah, so that's really what MYTERN is in a nutshell.
And so the other day I saw a post on your personal feed and I think you talk about tools and you had some tools that you were posting the other day.
So MYTERN talks about TEPs and PETs. So TEPs are what we might commonly refer to as triggers, and PETs are the tools. So if you think about, you know, a world event or something just in your day-to-day life.
Like maybe coronavirus.
A coronavirus or even a tech issue, you know, that could be a TEP for you. It may not be a TEP for me. I might be okay, but you know, everybody's different, and that's the thing about TEPs. You know, we take away the judgment because, you know, sometimes how we respond, it's just a basic human instinct. But with MYTERN, it encourages you to really get in touch with that. You know, what emotion am I experiencing? And we also try and take away the words good and bad when we're labeling emotions, because all emotions are normal, like really, really normal. And if we're labeling them good and bad, then there's an element of judgment around that. So, so the idea is when you identify a TEP, that you utilize a PET to enable you to regain control or to perhaps navigate onto a smoother road.
So I love that you say that all emotions are normal, because I needed to hear that today. And that's one of the reasons why we've jumped on this call, because, you know, we all have that person that we either think of and that helps us get back into a good state, or we have these things that we can remember that we do at these times. And I went through every emotion this morning. Like I was all over the shop, and it was like, Suze, MYTERN. What can I do now? You know, hand on the steering wheel, turn myself back. And I love that there are no emotions are wrong. It's just in that moment identifying it, and then what do we do next?
Exactly. And sometimes just taking a moment to identify that emotion is the pause that we need to go, okay, now I can make a choice about how I respond.
Yeah. And so you mentioned pets. So what are the pets?
So pets are things that we love. You know, if you think about emotions and you think about that emotion of happiness and excitement, well, what, you know, makes or encourages you to feel happy and excited, those are the things that might be pets or tools for you when you need help regaining control or navigating onto a smoother road. So, you know, I could probably name some of your pets, Janie.
Oh, insight. Go for it. Give me a go. Have a go.
Being out in nature.
Yeah. So it was interesting. So the first thing that I thought, and it was funny, isn't it? I had this idea in my head. I wonder if she's talking about that I love just to sit in the sunshine and warm up. For me, the warmth of the sunshine feels like the filling of the tank. And so if I'm a little bit higgledy-piggledy, it's like, can I go and sit in the sunshine right now? Is that an option? And if it happens to be cold or rainy, can I go and sit by a fire? Fire through sun or actual fire, I think is definitely one of my pets.
Yes. Any mindful act, you know, for me, having a bit of a dance, putting on some music that I love, taking some time out to read a book, having a warm herbal tea, like it's endless.
I love that you said music. One of the things, and I know that for a lot of people right now, they're consciously turning off social media because it's just overwhelm. One of the things that I'm loving is being really mindful about the social media that I engage in. And I'm loving all of the shares around music. Music is really important to me in terms of, and for people that sort of have explored music, the vibrations of it, the sound vibrations, and just to sit into listening to great music, that again is something that refuels me. And so where you said music, I'm loving on social media at the moment, there's heaps of really cool shares, and really old school shares as well. That's something that I'm turning to at the moment. So that's some beautiful ideas.
And I think it's one of the absolute benefits of this time where everyone is being forced, encouraged to slow down a little bit. We're rediscovering things that are actually, you know, something like that's been a part of me my entire life, you know, but when we get really busy, sometimes we don't make time for those things. And I think that's one of the really powerful things that's going to come out of this opportunity to sort of reset.
And I think as friends, you mentioned you probably know some of my pets. I think as friends, we do know each other well, and our other friends know us well. And if as soon as you said that you know that it's been part of your life, if I ever feel that I'm observing that you haven't sort of been able to pull yourself out of something, if I reshared the video from your 40th birthday party, that's going to pull you up, right?
Do you still have that?
I love that. The other thing I love about Facebook at the moment is that those memories can take us back to a really hopeful, positive, exciting, fun. You can put us back into really positive memories. And I think as well, that's probably one of the pets, is it? Being able to mindfully take you back to a place where you feel good. So it might not be a physical action, but it might be a memory or taking yourself back somewhere as well.
100%, because sometimes you need to use a pet, but you can't actually let anyone around you know, like if you're in a meeting or something like that. So we need to be able to access pets automatically.
I love it. So thanks for jumping on today. I know that I've progressed and sort of navigated my day. You've been really on my mind because I can remember, okay, Suze's got a tool for this. What do I do? And so that's been really useful. Thank you. I really value our friendship and the things that we can share together. So I'm going to post a link in the comments to this to MYTERN, so people can, if they're interested in exploring it a little bit more. I can remember when we first connected around MYTERN as an idea and a language, I got a magnet that I put on my fridge, and we had little car magnets, and it was a really great way to explain it to the kids. So anyone that's interested in this language and finding out more about it, we'll post a link in the comments below. And, you know, share below maybe what are some of your pets, because for many in the community right now, it might be the first time they're going through a whole range of emotions, or that they're really aware, or that the emotions are coming thick and fast. So the more that we can share with each other, little tips and tricks and ideas to support us to regulate and get back onto the green road, or, you know, be a bit more controlled on the red road. See, I'm learning. Then the better off we're all going to be.
And we've got an awesome opportunity that we're grabbing some people in the local community with their talents that actually could be, well, they're probably pets for themselves, but could also be pets for others. And we're going to pool a resource that people can access. So anyone that does comment and would like some further participation or engagement, it has kids, or it's relevant for anyone, then that would be very cool.
I like it. So there's this one thing that we talk about in our own other languages, like curiosity posts or intrigue. And that I wasn't quite sure where you were going with that post last night with the shout out for talented friends. So I'll be interested to see how that rolls out. So to everyone,
I was going to ask how good you are at reading stories.
Well, there you go. I've read a few stories at the teddy bears picnics and the kids. Yeah. I am. Yeah. So thank you so much for jumping on. Thank you for always being there to be able to, you know, for me to be able to reach out and to have a chat. I think for everybody at the moment, being able to have that one person in your world that you can reach out and have a chat to, or a range of people and chuck them on a Zoom call and have a girly catch up or have a community catch up, have some beers with the boys over Zoom. That's what's going to be really important to connect us all and keep us all sort of on track at the moment. And learning about new tools and new languages is also going to help at this, you know, really new time for us all.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us. Have a great evening and take care, everybody.